Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 7th of February. As ever, I'm going to give you a broad overview of what to expect, but please stay with me. I will then dive deep to give you in forensic detail an analysis of each of the 12 zodiac signs. You can watch these based on your ascendant or the sun. It's entirely your choice. This week begins with the sun in a conjunction with Saturn. Now, the sun in Aquarius, guess what? Saturn is the ruler of this sign. So what does that tell us? Well, Saturn's a serious influence, isn't it? And it represents the more traditional energies of Aquarius. The more radical energies of Aquarius come from its modern ruler or co-regent, Uranus. And that's very much in the picture this week too. But we also have a quarter moon on Tuesday, angling sharply to the sun in a 90-degree square, but also to Saturn. So I think this is a week when it comes to our highest expectations, we need to keep them nailed to the floor. Every zodiac sign has its best look and it has its more negative energy. The more negative energy of Aquarius perhaps is that it can be very detached and cold. So if we put Saturn there, that's going to increase that chill factor. Now also, because we had the new moon in Aquarius on the 31st of the month, and that was very close to Saturn, I don't think this is necessarily a time when we can always hope that society is going to amend the higher values of Aquarius, very much about inclusiveness, the group. Now some people are going to be on the case, but we have to be realistic about who holds the power. And there is, in the world, regimes that have a much more totalitarian approach to power. So it's not all going to be honky-dory just because we've got this Aquarius energy. And of course we've got a cost of living crisis as well. But because we've got a lot of energy in the sign of Capricorn, very much about the earthy pentacle energy, if you like, there is still the chance for us to be very mercurial in our approach. Partly because Mercury is advancing into an exact conjunction with Pluto on Friday, which can help us really probe down, cut into the detail of things with immense precision and understand what's really meaningful. But we still have the flare side of things because Venus is the lower benefic and Jupiter the greater benefic. So the two planets of fortune are actually in a great link this week, and Mars in a very decisive link with Uranus, which can see things move very quickly. So if we get gut instincts around how we can use our resources or talents in a way which gives us tangible results, as long as we're bold and we think future forwards, which comes from the Aquarius energy, but Saturn's just saying, be utterly realistic. So this is a week to be very earthy in our approach, not very airy. I think that's the overwhelming message. If you're new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. Every time I drop a video, you'll get an update from YouTube. Also, if you would like to get your free daily horoscope fired to your device each morning, I've been writing these for many moons, about 25 years. It would be great to have you with me. Please see the subscription link below. And also, if you want to ascend above this Zodiac broadcast and understand what more serious astrology holds for you, you want to understand your character analysis. What really makes you tick? What are the defining influences that are going to be operating within you for much of your life? Then you can order your character analysis, but also a 12-month forecast and get 30% off with my special offer. Please see the link beneath this video. Hello Gemini, your week commencing the 7th of February horoscope begins with the Sun and Saturn combining in the 9th house of your solar chart. The 9th house can be about knowledge, but it could also point towards you receiving information from someone who acts as wise counsel. Now this could be a legal advisor, it could be an accountant, maybe a business coach. Maybe you're going to find out about some kind of course, an online course for example, distance learning, or perhaps working towards a full-time residential course later in the year, where the more research you do now, the more it's going to aid your progress. And because the ninth house energy with Saturn can be maybe about your ideas, your higher ideals, also being challenged by someone who doesn't necessarily agree with where you're coming from. So a point of principle could be a little bit of a talking point in your situation this week, particularly with the quarter moon occurring in your 12th house, and also with Uranus still creating a lot of turbulence there. If you've been continuing to find it a little bit difficult to sleep, it wouldn't be an entire surprise. And so therefore the 12th, 9th house energy created by the quarter moon, Uranus feeding into Saturn's conjunction with the Sun, suggests that an uncomfortable truth may need to be confronted this week. But you know, if you want to make progress in terms of the material world, in terms of business or investments or being more entrepreneurial or following up on a creative idea or talent that you have, there's so much to go for this week, because with your ruler Mercury linking with Pluto exactly on Friday, you will have a gift for examining documents along with Saturn's conjunction with the Sun at the start of this week in a very meaningful way. That will help you to grasp information very precisely, I feel. But of course, Venus and Mars together in the 8th house can be extremely sultry and also very transformational. If you're lucky enough to go out on a date and you really click with the other person, it could get very sensual. But then the transformation may be deep within you, and although there may not be a relevant player in your life at the moment romantically, the knowledge that you're gaining at this time, both psychologically and intellectually or even philosophically, could put you in great stead to prepare yourself for the potential for a relationship to make its way into your situation. Jupiter high in the sky is also very influential, and that's suggesting that if some changes do come about or some information comes to the fore, which is a bit awkward, there is opportunities for you to move forwards. It may be that one strand of activity is going to come to an end, but another new opportunity will emerge, and that's because you've got so much 8th house energy. It can be a time of endings, a time of beginnings, or it can be a time of fruition, or a time of even greater emotional, physical, spiritual or financial investment.